Last February, I was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer that had metastasized to the lung and bones. And I was told that I had a median life expectancy of about 5 years to live. The doctor said that 50% of stage 4 breast cancer patients make it they die the first 5 years, and then 50% make it past that 5 years. And so obviously I'm hoping for the latter, that I can make it over that 5 years, but no one knows. Only God knows how much time that we have left here on earth. I came from a family who has a really long life expectancy. My grandmother is 94, and she's still doing really well. Her sister Sylvia just died at 99, and I have a great uncle that just died at 105. So if you were to have asked me a year ago, obviously I know that I could die of a car accident or some other freak accident tomorrow. But in the back of my mind, I always kind of thought I had quite a few years left. I figured I'd be, pushing toward 100 like a lot of the people in my family. So when I was told that I only had a median life expectancy of about 5 years left, it caused me to do some serious thinking about death and about the things that are really important in this life. I started thinking about some friends of mine who had died of cancer and how their end was. And somebody who came to mind was my friend Gretchen Orville. And I know some of you know who Gretchen is because I just spoke about her tonight with you. Gretchen was an amazing woman who, without question, lived her life for God. She and her husband, Sven, were well known in the community for a lot of the ministry work that they did. They were instrumental in getting heart-to-heart crisis pregnancy centers started here in Muncie. And I just found out this evening that Fred and Barb Kehoe down there had the very first meeting in their home, which I thought was pretty interesting. Sven was very heavily involved with Muncie Mission. Gretchen taught Bible studies and just served in so many ways. And when I was a baby Christian when I first met Gretchen. And she was about 40 years older than I. And I told her that I looked at her as a spiritual mother because she always took time to teach me about God and about the Bible. And I had a chance to see Gretchen in the last 30 days of her life. At that point, she had caregivers, and Sven were taking care of her for her physical needs. But even though she couldn't care for herself physically, she still found ways to serve God. She would share Jesus with everybody who came to her home to visit her. And she would have me, I had a time where I could write meaningful thank you notes to her that she would send out to various people. And the last time that I ever saw Gretchen, she was at peace. She knew she was dying, and she knew where she was going when she left this place. And the last thing that she told me was that going through cancer had caused her to grow even closer to God and to be more dependent on Him. And Gretchen, she finished this life very, very well. She lived life well, and she finished life really well. And like Gretchen, that's how I want to finish my life. I don't know how much more time I have left on the earth. I could go next month. 50% of stage 4 cancer patients go in the first 5 years. So if I die in that first 5 years, I just don't know when that's going to be. But I want to finish my life well, like Gretchen did. And with my remaining time here, I want to invest in things that truly matter. I want to spend time with God. I want to spend more time with my husband, Jeff, and my good friends. And so I don't know why I've been allowed to go through what I'm going through, but I have to say I'm really, really excited about my future because I know that God can use even cancer to bring glory to himself.